First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Number 29, Darius Geis.
A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 7 carries, 60 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Khari Willis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he powers his way up past the 30. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
4 yards. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
3rd and 4.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now out come the Giants. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Third down.
And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
For an Eagles.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
At the 43.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Eagles' 48-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Stafford here. That one is caught by Hunt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Giants.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brought down at the 18.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to Mark
Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And able to get this out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
At the 20.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
For an Eagle.
A big play there for Philly. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Got the connection here to Bourne. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Stafford. And he completes it to Hunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Stafford looks to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
21.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A carry here for Hunt, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Stafford. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. 1st down. Here's Burrow. This is the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, it has to give him more confidence. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Loss of a yard.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Giants.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some block.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Eagles 7.
It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10
from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there.
Kareem Hunt.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 35.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
A gain of 2 yards.
The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's third and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Set to kick off.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Darius.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, it's Geis. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And they go play action now. Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
intercepted.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touch.
Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring, this for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner, only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner, juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we had for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger, only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Man, eyes up, eyes up. play is all about timing. You guys mess up that timing, you'll never get home on the blitz. But we're putting the secondary on an island, so you guys got to get to the QB and force the throw.
Here we go, Shaq. Cowboy 80.
Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bread until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, can't for the dollars, call it basketball. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me rope? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me rope? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, and I hit that.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett.
Wilson's pass complete.
A look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. Just a really crisp, clean effort. Well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't he feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Oh, because he wanted the touchdown.
He wanted the touchdown. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Pick up of 2 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They run it with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So we've got a challenge.
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A throw complete to Dorsett, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the Eagles' 16-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Metcalf.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. From the 10, 1st and goal. Here's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 27. And he'll drop here to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin.
Hurts pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First down,
Seahawks. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. They'll run high, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And goal.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Eagles, nothing.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year, Miles Sanders. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Hurts. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Off to Geis on the screen. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when you're up.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 4.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Buying time to his left. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there. First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Wilson. And Olsen over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
To Greg Olsen.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Seahawks.
To throw again is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Complete to
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. And now it's second down.
25-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Eagles nothing.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 27.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for DK Metcalf.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
36-yard line.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one,
Wilson,
hold on to the ball.
Complete to
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
42-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The 15-yard line.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnover. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns in to 6 points. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he connects with Hurts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again, Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Good front Eagles.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Stepping up, now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. K.J. Wright, the one who shot in there to get him down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And that is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look